Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. I got to get this off my chest. I got to talk that talk. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I cover the Minnesota Vikings on this channel. I will be going live for every single Minnesota Viking game. And I also will be covering the Timberwolves as well on this channel. So shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Even if you're not a Minnesota Viking fan, consider subscribing. Because when we go against your team, we're going to beat the brakes off your team. And I want you in the comments so we can talk trash respectfully. But we're going to keep it respectful in the comments, but we're going to beat the brakes off y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. But let's get to the topic of this video. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. First cousin, Captain Kirk, he felt misled. Kirk Cousins felt misled about the Falcons drafting Michael Penix so high in the 2024 NFL draft. Now listen, no disrespect. No disrespect. Kirk Cousins, I understand the Falcons signed you to that crazy deal coming off that Achilles injury. The Falcons were desperate, but at the end of the day, the Falcons said, we got to be proactive at this quarterback position. So I don't blame them because I like Michael Penix. I actually like Michael Penix. As a Minnesota Viking fan, I like Michael Penix. So I was like, okay. They drafted him before, I believe, J.J. McCarthy. So, because I believe it went Caleb, Jaden, I think Drake, Michael. I forgot the order. Correct me in the comments. What was the order? But yeah, like, they're just being proactive. And he said that he was misled, but my whole thing is this, Kirk Cousins, right? You're coming off of Achilles. They don't really know what you're going to be. And the Falcons are looking for their next great quarterback. They haven't had a great quarterback in a while. Let's just keep it real. So they're looking for that next great quarterback. And they can't put all their eggs in one basket on a quarterback that just tore his Achilles. And you're not like, ain't like you in your 20s. Ain't like you in your 20s, bro. Like, you're getting a little bit up there now. And not saying that you're not a good quarterback, / solid quarterback, but the Falcons had to do what they had to do and make sure they think ahead. They can't just rely on you to push them over the top. The Falcons trying to get their first Super Bowl. So you think they're going to rely on you? Just like, listen, they can't put all their eggs in one basket to just rely on you coming off an Achilles injury and just expect, oh, I'm just going to, I don't think the Falcons should draft a quarterback in the first round because I'm Kirk Cousins. Like, well, like, listen, Kirk, I know, I'm not saying your ego is super huge, but right now your ego does seem a little huge, bro. Like you're that dude. You're not a, no disrespect, you're not a Hall of Fame quarterback in my opinion. So for you to expect the Falcons just rely on you to get their first Super Bowl and not take a chance on a rookie quarterback so high in the 2024 NFL draft, which is probably one of the best quarterback drafts in a very, very long time, you're crazy. And you saying that, oh, another quote, he said something about, I didn't have to leave Minnesota. First and foremost, you had to leave Minnesota. By the way, everybody in the building, make sure y'all double tap, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for every Minnesota Viking game this season. And if we go against your team, you know what I mean, consider subscribing even if you're not a Viking fan. Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's vibing with me, taking this nature walk, and talking about Kirk Cousins saying that he was misled about what the Falcons did in the 2024 NFL draft by drafting Michael Penix Jr. But yeah, man, his ego got to be super huge, man. His ego got to be super huge. But you had to leave Minnesota, bro. We were going to move in a different direction regardless. Bull, you just tore your Achilles. We didn't have, we tried our hardest to get that next great quarterback, to draft that guy. And we did. We moved up in the draft and drafted our guy 10th overall in the 2024 NFL draft, J.J. McCarthy. We wasn't going to put all our, listen, we wasn't going to, and if the Vikings would have signed you, I know for a fact a lot of Viking fans would have been, there would have been a mixture of Viking fans saying, and shout out to Daniel, shout out to Tyler, shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Appreciate you vibing with me. It would have been a mixture of Viking fans saying, I like it, and then it would have been a mixture of Viking fans saying I don't like it, because it's time to move on. It's time to have our franchise quarterback. It's time to have a rookie quarterback that's good on the rookie deal, so we can build out a complete roster. Why do you think the Vikings were going to sign you? You think that you're that? Listen, I know he was a good slash solid quarterback. I'm not hating, I'm just stating. Does Kirk Cousins think he was that good that the Vikings were going to try to sign him to another fully guaranteed contract? Does he think that, like, I don't understand it. Like, he said that he didn't necessarily have to leave the Vikings, like the Minnesota. Bro, you was going to leave. Listen, you don't got to go home, but you can't be on the team. That's pretty much what the Vikings said. Listen, bro, we're moving on from you, bro. We're moving on from you, bro. And you moved on to the Falcons. And everybody was hyping up the Falcons, saying the Falcons were going to be so good. The Falcons was a Super Bowl contender and all this other craziness. And I was trying to tell Falcon fans, yo, no disrespect to all you Falcon fans, it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be. I understand Kirk Cousins is a solid slash good quarterback. I understand you have a good running back. You got a good tight end. You got some good wide receivers. But at the end of the day, bro, Kirk Cousins has never brought his team to an NFC Championship game. Kirk Cousins has never won. How many games he won in the playoffs? I think 1 in 12 years or something like that. So we're not going to sit here and make it seem like the Falcons was going to be this juggernaut in the NFC because they got Kirk Cousins. I was trying to tell them, I wasn't trying to burst their bubble. I was just keeping it real. Like, yo, y'all not really what y'all think y'all is. Y'all not going to be as good as you think you're going to be. But Kirk Cousins seems like his ego is so freaking big, bro. For him to think that, oh, I could have stayed in Minnesota. Oh, the Falcons misled me. Why'd they draft Michael Penix in the first round that high? Shout out to my guy, Georgia boy. Yeah. Shout out to Nighttime. Kirk has never been and never will be worth the money he makes. Painfully average quarterback. JJ is, yes. I just feel like Kirk Cousins' ego is so big. And shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all double tap the like button. We're going live for every Minnesota Viking game. So even if you're not a Viking, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down. Appreciate all the support. But I agree with your comment, bro. I think Kirk Cousins' ego is so big that he actually thinks that the Falcons misled him. And he thinks that the Minnesota Vikings would have kept him and gave him another good big contract. Listen, I mean this in no disrespect, but he's not that dude. I'm trying to keep it as respectful as possible. But did Kirk Cousins ever get to a NFC Championship game? Has he ever been in a true MVP conversation? I'm talking about top 2, top 3. Never has he been in that category. So I don't know what the heck who is telling this man that he's like an all-time great quarterback? Who is telling this man that? For you to feel like the Falcons should have never drafted him, and you think the Falcons were going to put all their eggs in one basket and not try to get their future franchise quarterback? The last franchise quarterback that the Falcons had was who? I'm going to go as far back as Michael Vick, bro. If it wasn't for the off-the-field stuff, the Falcons had a great chance of winning the Super Bowl, bro, with Michael Vick in his prime. Other than that, I can't name one quarterback that I can say that's even close to Michael Vick in a Falcon uniform. I can't name one. So they had to go that route. And I'm sorry, Kirk Cousins, you was never that guy. You was never that guy, bro. Yeah, Alexander, I don't know what Kirk is thinking, bro. Eli, what's up? But shout out to the Fly Eagles Fly. Oh man, come on, man. We got some Eagle fans in the building. Hey, listen, I ain't hating on y'all, but I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. We play y'all. Y'all coming to Minnesota, and we gonna beat the brakes off of each and every one of y'all. The Eagles, the Commanders, the whole NFC East, the NFC West, everybody. We beating the brace off of all the NFC North teams. We're beating the brace off of all the AFC teams. Like, it's really going, we really about to go crazy on everybody. We really are. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hey, listen, man. I got to rock with the team, bro. I got to rock with the squad, bro. As much as people want to say that, bro, I'm a real fan, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, right, my team could go 1-16. I'm still rocking with my team, bro. You got to at least respect that, bro. I'm rocking with my team regardless if they win or lose. Yes, I'm from Pennsylvania. Yes, the team hasn't won a Super Bowl, bro. In their long history in the NFL, the team has not won a Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to rock with my team. And the reason why I'm a Viking fan is because of Randy Moss from PA. I got another YouTube channel called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Check out that channel. I'm going live for a lot of Sixer games. I cover the Sixers, the Phillies. I'm going to start covering the boxing on that channel. NBA playoffs, NBA breaking news. I'm going to be covering all that on that channel. It's called Mike, M-I-K-E, Sports. Mike Sports, S-P-O-R-T-S, Vibes, V-I-B-E-Z, Ballin', B-A-L-L-I-N-G. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Skull to the bowl, Blue. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I don't know what Kirk Cousins got going on, y'all. Kirk Cousins think he's something like he Patrick Mahomes. Hey, listen, is Kirk Cousins Patrick Mahomes? I mean, I can understand if the Chiefs did some stupid stuff like that and drafted a quarterback that high, but they wouldn't be that high because they're always in the dang Super Bowl, it seems like. So, but I'm just saying, even if the Chiefs drafted a quarterback in the first round, I would feel disrespected if I was Patrick Mahomes. But if I'm not mistaken, Kirk Cousins is nowhere in the stratosphere, the galaxy of a Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know what this guy got going on, but this man says he feels misled. Pretty much, in other words, he feels disrespected. Kirk Cousins feels disrespected that the Falcons wanted to actually try to get their franchise quarterback, because obviously they had some doubts about you, bro. They had some doubts about you. Even though they gave you the contract, you was just a bridge quarterback until they got that guy, Michael Penix Jr. You was just the bridge until he was ready. You was the bridge quarterback. That's pretty much what it was. It wasn't you. You wasn't the long-term answer for them to be the franchise quarterback. And that's what his body's running all around. That's what he got wrong. That's what he messed up. What's up, Chris, for real? Terry, what's going on? I just got my first jersey for the young. Oh, man. Listen, we went in the Super Bowl this year, man. As a big-time Viking fan, we went in the Super Bowl. Everybody in the building, if you don't know, I'm going to make this announcement. The Vikings is running the NFC. I'm not saying that we're going to have the best record in the NFC, but we will be the best. We will be the last team standing in the NFC, and we will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. So you heard it first from your boy, Mike. You heard it first from me. So when it happens, you know the vibes. We here. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all double tap, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, man, Kirk Cousins felt misled, y'all. He feels disrespected. Terry, which one did you? Hold on, he said, what'd he say? Oh, I didn't even see that comment. Mike Penix ain't proven himself yet, though. Kirk was actually having a decent season. He had his ups and downs. He has one game where he was throwing like 5 touchdowns. The next game he was throwing like 3 interceptions. He had his ups and downs. He wasn't having an MVP MVP season. He was all right. He had some games. He had some bad games, but at the end of the day, I'm happy. And this is coming from a Viking fan. I'm actually happy the Falcons didn't put all their eggs in one basket and said, yo, we're just going to rely on Kirk Cousins. No disrespect. They did better than what the Vikings did for many years, because after Teddy Bridgewater got hurt, we relied on who? No disrespect. I'm keeping it real. Those who know, if you're a Viking fan, we relied on who? Kirk Cousins. for numerous years. Kirk Cousins is the first player in NFL history to have a fully guaranteed contract. And guess what? Guess who gave him that contract? The Minnesota Vikings, right? The team that I rock with, the team that I love, the team that I'm always going to love. You know what I mean? We gave him a fully guaranteed contract. We relied on this man. We went for one of the best teams in the NFL. Case Keenum, we lost in the I'm trying to bring back all the memories. I try not to bring it because we lost to the dang on Eagles. I don't even want to think about it. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to do that. Not going to do that to myself. But all I'm saying is we relied on Kirk Cousins when we should have, after that first contract, we should have tried to go get another, we should have tried to draft a quarterback. We should have tried to draft a quarterback. We should have traded Kirk Cousins, try to get something back for him, or move up in the draft, sacrifice first-round picks, and go get a quarterback. How many drafts passed since Kirk Cousins' first contract? I'm trying to think. I think Josh Allen was in one of those drafts. Lamar Jackson was in one of those drafts. Like Jalen Hurts was in one of those drafts. Like all these great quarterbacks that we could have possibly had in the purple and gold, but we didn't take a chance because our GM was too scared to go try to take a chance on a quarterback. I understand Christian Ponder was a dud. I understand all that. No disrespect to Christian Ponder. All he had to do was hand it off to Adrian Peterson. Teddy Bridgewater, I love Teddy Bridgewater. That was Mike Zimmer's guy. But what happened with that, bro? He got hurt. And he hasn't been the same since. And I love Teddy. Teddy was my guy, but things happen. So, but you got to keep on trying. You can't give up and just sign these quarterbacks. If I'm only giving a big bag to a quarterback if he's a proven dude. If he's like a Lamar or a Josh Allen or a Joe Burrow or a Patrick Mahomes. Those are the only dudes, bro. Other than that, you're not getting no $150 million contract or no fully guaranteed contract from me. But it ain't my money, so it is what it is. From me, you wasn't getting that. Hey, Kurt, you're lucky I'm not the owner of the Vikings. If I was the owner of the Minnesota Vikings, you would have never got that contract. I'm just keeping it real. Shout out to everybody in the building. I asked which jersey he got. I got Trey Waynes on. I got a Justin Jefferson jersey. I got to get a J.J. McCarthy jersey. I have a Harrison Smith jersey. I have an Adrian Peterson jersey, signed autographed Adrian Peterson jersey on my wall. What I want, one of my other players that I really, really, really want, and this is an underrated player, is middle linebacker Chad Greenway. I want his autograph. I would love to get his autograph. I want one of the William Wall, either Pat or Kevin. Give me Antoine Winfield. I got to get Randy Moss, of course. That's my favorite player of all time. I don't know how hard it is to even get that jersey that's autographed, but that's going to be hard to get. I got Jordan Addison whiteout, but have Jefferson Cousins and oh wow, that's awesome. Only rings, right, Queens can get oh, that's messed up, Hunter. Hey, listen, bro. Hold on, is that a Packer fan? Hey, listen, all I'm gonna say is this. All you Packer fans. And I mean this, listen, I think you're going to be a good team. I'm not going to sit here and say y'all not going to be a good team. But all you Packer fans, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all this year. We're sweeping y'all. Just to let you know that. Just to let you know. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Viking fan. I'm saying it because it's something I know. It's book it. Guarantee it. We're sweeping the Green Bay Packers in the 2025 season, bro. Book it. Packers are getting swept. We're going to split with the Lions. We sweeping the Bears. Yeah, that's we running everything in NFC North. Packers pretty solid. Yeah, the Packers are pretty solid, but I ain't worrying about none of that. Jordan Love, our defense is Brian Flores, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. I think the defense that we got, the defensive line, the trenches is on point. I cannot wait till we unleash on the dang on Packers. Our defensive line is so freaking crazy right now. So good. Get your popcorn ready. Jordan Love is not going to have a lot of time to sit in the pocket. I'm just keeping it real, bro. and our offensive line. If everything works out, if everybody is healthy, we're going to be special, bro. We're going to be special. Our trenches is the best it has been since I've been a Viking fan in a very long time. Skull, love your channel. Oh, thank you, Denny. What's up, bro? And definitely not the Lions, bro. Hey, listen. I don't know. I don't think we're sweeping the Lions, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think our team is underrated, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like people, because it's a reasonable opinion, right? We have a second-year quarterback that only played in one preseason game and got hurt. So don't nobody really know what he's going to look like in a regular season and beyond. And I say beyond because we're going to be in the playoffs. And listen, I understand that. But at the end of the day, what I did see in the preseason, he was amazing before he got hurt. What I know about J.J. McCarthy is he has that it factor. J.J. McCarthy, in every level that he played in, he won. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's going to be any different than like high school, college, and he's going to do it in the NFL. I know that it's levels to the game. Like Meek Mill said, it's levels to the game. High school, college, NFL. But at the end of the day, he has a very, very good team around him. So it's not just all on him. And I think even if we don't, listen, we're not going to have a 14-3 record. We're not going to be like record-wise, but we're going to still be a better team than last year. And we're going to be built where it counts the most, and that's the trenches. So when we go to the playoffs, it's not going to be what it was when Jared Verse was just doing us dirty on that freaking our offensive line. We was hurt. You know, Christian Darrisaw got hurt. I forgot what week. Was it week 5, week 6? I forgot what week it was. But he going to be back. We got Fries. We got Jackson. Both of our guards. We got a center, a Pro Bowl center, Kelly. We got a good team. Brian O'Neill. Like, we got a good offensive line. It's a little bit different, bro. So, J.J. McCarthy got some of the best wide receivers to throw to. I think Jordan Addison's going to be suspended. But we still got J.J., the best wide receiver in the game. We have Ty Felton. I think he was a sneaky good pick in the 3rd round. Or was he a 3rd round pick or 4th round? First, hold on. I want to say he was a 3rd round pick. A late 3rd round pick. Ty Felton. And I think that our defense, like, we just have a very good team. I really feel like that. Leave JJ don't pink. Hold on. And definitely not lying. Your quarterback is a rookie. Hasn't played a snap. I get you. He hasn't played regular season snap, but it ain't like he don't know. He's been playing football his whole life. He's going to be all right. And the thing about it, like, I think that he's going to be a quarterback that's going to put this team on his back. He's going to make game-winning plays. No, I'm not saying he's going to be Tom Brady right off the bat. You know what I mean? But I think he has more of an it factor than Sam Darnold. And we have a way better team because we didn't have to pay a quarterback $30+ million a year. We're able to pay some of the other position groups to be better. Because the last few seasons we was paying Kirk Cousins, bro. We was paying Kirk Cousins all this freaking money, and we didn't get anywhere with Kirk Cousins. That's why when he was talking about, I felt misled that the Falcons drafted Michael Penix. What, bro? You're not Patrick Mahomes. You're not Tom Brady. I don't know what he think he is. He's not Josh. I don't know what this bull think he is. I could have stayed in Minnesota. No, you couldn't have stayed in Minnesota. You didn't do nothing. In all the time you was in Minnesota, you put up a lot of good stats, individual stats. There was not one season that I could say the Vikings, we lost to the dang on Giants in the wild card game, and it was like, 4th down and like 8 or 4th down and 6. This guy throws a 2-yard pass to TJ Hawkinson, not even beyond the sticks. It's like, this guy, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Stats don't tell everything, bro. Like, I'd rather have a quarterback like a Jalen Hurts that don't throw it so many times, but can still make the throw. He can make any throw. He's more accurate than what a lot of people give him credit for. But he uses his feet. He has that it factor. And that's the type of quarterback I want. I don't want just a quarterback that's just a stat patter. Kirk Cousins is like a stat patter. Hasn't done anything in the regular season. Postseason, I mean. Hey, Chicago Bear fan, what's going on, bro? Hey, everybody in the building, make sure you double tap, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going live for every Minnesota Viking game. And even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing, because when we go live, we're going at it. We're going at it in the comments. I want all the Bear fans to subscribe. I want all the Packer fans to subscribe. I want all the Lions fans to subscribe. Especially the Viking fans, Eagle fans, every fan. It don't matter what team you rocking with. We just going to come together. You know, sports is designed to bring us all together. Doesn't matter what team you rocking with. And we're going to talk that talk in the comments. But I'm letting you know right now, if you're not a Viking fan, we beating the brace off your team. Just to let you know. So that you know. I'm just letting you know. So don't be mad at me when we beat y'all. I'm trying to give you the heads up. Number 9 might be a rookie, but look at his paper. Yes. Pretty dang good to me. Championship's pretty. Yes. Facts, bro. Terry, facts. And he does what he has to do. And he's a quarterback. Yes, I think we have great coaching. That's another thing. We have a great coaching. We've beat teams. Yes, facts. He be happy he ain't wearing. Oh gosh, y'all crazy. W Vikings. I'm from Kansas. My parents. Let's go. Hey, listen, man. The Chiefs, man. It's so amazing to me how people be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is not that good. I'm like, dude, got 3 Super Bowls. Hey, listen. If he ain't good, then the whole NFL just sucks. Then if he ain't good, then what's all the other quarterbacks? Are they just scrubs? I mean, he went against, like, look, I'm not an Eagle fan, right? I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm Philly everything besides when it comes to football. I got another channel where I cover the Sixers and the Phillies called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Mike Sports Vibes, spelled with a Z, Ballin'. So go check out that channel. And I'm going to be covering boxing on that channel as well. But my point is this. I'm not an Eagle fan, but I respect what the Eagles did. Their blueprint. You build the trenches. You have a quarterback with that it factor. He doesn't have to throw the ball 50 times. He can use his legs. He just picks them apart. Whatever the defense gives him, you pick them apart. But the thing about the Eagles, what I love about the Eagles is running the ball. We got to bring that old school football back. Look, the old school football, running the ball, having a good offensive line, and making the defensive line and the linebackers, the secondary, and all them, listen, tremble in fear. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what's his name? I'm having a brain fart. What's the Bulls' name? Eagles running back. What's his name? Gosh, Barkley. Barkley didn't have the best game, but the threat of Barkley running the ball, they stacked the box, and guess what? Jalen Hurts picked them apart because he pretty much was just like, yo, single coverage, DeAndre, what's his name? DeAndre and AJ Brown, one-on-one coverage. You're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. So it's like pick your poison. And that's what winning football is. They had the perfect blueprint. The way to beat an all-time great quarterback like Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady is to have a great defensive line. And I would challenge anybody. Give me another way to beat an all-time great quarterback. You got to put pressure on them without blitzing so much. Because if you blitz, they're so intelligent, they'll see it a mile away. So if you could get to the quarterback with your front four without blitzing too much, you have an honest chance of winning. Excuse me, y'all. But I respect the Eagles, y'all. The blueprint to beat great quarterbacks is what they did. Run the dang on ball. Play good defense. And let your quarterback do what he has to do to win. Make a pass here and there. Run the ball here and there. Don't turn the ball over. And go from there. I like the Vikings a lot. I'm so happy. Yeah. Let's go. Facts, bro. What's going on, Too Evil? What's going on? He said, cut Maxie. Nah, bruh. What's up, Sugar Star Skull, baby? Skull to the freaking bowl, baby. Too Evil, my guy. What's going on? No brakes, all gas. Let's get it. McCarthy is still a question. Yeah, he's still a question, but I think this team is going to take a lot of pressure off of him. Usually when you draft high in the draft, your team isn't this good, in my opinion. I know it's on paper. The Vikings have to show it. On paper, they look very good. They have to show it. They have to be healthy. But I feel like there's not too much pressure. Usually when you draft top 10, your team is not the best. So the quarterback has to do so much more. This is a whole different ball game. He has one of the best wide receivers to throw it to. He has a very good tight end in T.J. Hockenson to throw it to. Jordan Addison, if he's not suspended. Todd Felton, Jalen Naylor. Excuse me. The list goes on. We have a good running game. We have so much. We have a good offensive line. We have great coaching in Kevin O'Connell. He proved that he can coach quarterbacks. He made Kirk Cousins look better. He made Nick Mullins look better. He made Joshua Dobbs look better for a couple of games. So I honestly feel like, I understand. Yes, he's unproven. But that's the same thing they said about Jaden Daniels before he proved that, yeah, I'm pretty much the best quarterback out of this draft so far. I got my team as a rookie to the NFC Championship game. And that's what I feel like J.J. McCarthy is going to do. He's going to do his thing, and people are going to say, dang, my God, that dude J.J. McCarthy special. A whole ESPN. Oh, I think the Vikings got a quarterback. Watch. All the ESPN titles are going to say, oh, Stephen A. Smith is going to be like, man, I know they're the Vikings, but guess what? They got a quarterback now. Yeah, they ain't talking about Kirk Cousins no more. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, the narrative is going to change after at least the first 5 weeks, bro. After the first 5 weeks, watch how people are going to start looking at the Vikings. Watch, bro. Honestly, question, would you have been happy with Rodgers for 1 year to let... Nah, I wouldn't even want Rodgers. Only reason why, I just feel like he's not going to be a 1 year dude. I liked it, Brett Favre. I was cool with the Brett Favre. Brett Favre, you know what I mean? It's Brett Favre, right? But I don't think this is going to be the last. It wouldn't have been the last year for Aaron Rodgers. It would have been a consistent a consistent theme about, oh, am I going to retire or not? Like, I don't believe. Listen, until I have to see it to believe it when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. No disrespect. I don't believe him. I think he's going to keep playing. Until the team stop giving him contracts, pretty much like Brett Favre, I don't think he leaving the NFL, bro. I don't see it. I think he would have just stayed. What's going on, Gaiman? If you do a flip, oh, I can't do a flip, so I guess you ain't subbing. Our only 2 losses came from the teams. Yeah. But the thing about it, bro, my problem with the 2 losses is those 2 losses were terrible losses. Like, at the end of the season, against the Lions and the Rams, like, especially in the playoffs, they were bad losses, man. Like, Sam Darnold looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing. But I understand. Our offensive line wasn't the best. And, yeah. But at the same time, Sam Darnold could have played so much better, in my honest opinion. You know what I mean? Audible. If the play is too drawn out and it's going to take a while for the play to, like, develop down the field, call an audible and do a short slant or something. Why are you going to keep on trying to do these long drawn out plays? And KLC got to listen. He got to step his game up with the game plan. You got to adapt. ATL Falcons. Okay. Hey, listen, y'all Falcons did the right thing, man. And if we play y'all this year, for all you Atlanta Falcon fans, as a Viking fan, as a big-time Viking fan, we're going to beat the brakes off of your team. I'm telling you right now. Don't be mad at me, though. I'm just keeping it real. I'm trying to give y'all the heads up so you're not too sad when it does happen. And make sure everybody in the building, make sure you double tap, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate all the support. Even if you're not a Viking fan, salute to y'all. And I also will be covering the Timberwolves on this channel. I'm just a big-time Viking fan, but I'm covering the Timberwolves on this channel not because I'm a Timberwolves fan, even though I do love what I see from the Timberwolves. I'm covering the Timberwolves so I can try to grow this channel, because sometimes, like in the off season, there's only so much you could talk about in the off season, in my opinion. And then plus I love basketball. Basketball is, like, honestly, basketball for me is my favorite sport. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. Like, it goes basketball, then football, a close second, and then baseball. And then, like, believe it or not, boxing is up there too, though. I love boxing. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Skull, skull, skull. I'm subbing you. Oh, okay, bro. Salute to you. Salute to you. Skull, skull. Everybody in the building. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Have a wonderful day. I'm about to get off this live. It looks like it's about to start pouring and raining and stuff. So have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless. And until next time, peace. Let's go Vikings. Go to the bowl. Y'all know the